Because then you have to pay for it.
Why are you going to make me pay for it? Why wouldn't you just take me somewhere nice?
You know what? Reverse all back.
What up, everybody? You are back in tune with another episode of In the Fields podcast. It's your host, Johnny. And on today's episode, we got a very special guest, the one, the only, my favorite son in the whole world, Jonathan, a.k.a. Lil Johnny.
Jarvis. Open mask.
What's up, my boy? How you doing today?
Good.
Good? You excited?
Yeah.
I know. You said you were excited and a little nervous for this episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to make it fun, man. We're going to make it fun. Yeah, guys, so today's episode, we're having a father-son episode, and I'm excited, man. I'm really hyped because I know you've been excited to do an episode with me.
Wait, before you say anything, can I take off my mask now?
Yeah, go ahead. Take it off.
Okay.
We don't have to keep it on. Put the mask down. Other button.
All right, this one.
Yeah, everybody loves that mask, too. Every time somebody sees you with it, they're like, yo, that your son's mask is fire.
Okay, here.
Go ahead. Give it to mama. All right, cool. So, yeah, man, welcome to the podcast, bro. You've been behind the cameras. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So I wanted to start the episode with some game time. What do you think?
Yeah.
Have some fun?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I have two games that we can play. We'll play like game one and then game two. How does that sound? All right,
yeah, good.
cool. All right, so for game one, what I have here is... All right, so for game one, we're going to do what's called the feelings flash round.
Okay.
So in this game, I'm just going to give short questions. I want you to give me the first answer that comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. What color is happy?
Yellow.
Okay. If sad was a type of weather, what would it be?
Blue.
No, weather, not color.
Like rain.
Oh, rain. Got it.
Yeah, rain.
Okay, what sound does angry make? Can you make that sound?
Roar.
Roar, okay. If joy, so think of joy.
Yeah.
If joy had a taste, what would it be?
Like a food?
It could be any flavor, any food, flavor, anything you could think of.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That would be joy. Got it. KFC. Yo, shout out KFC. We need the sponsor. You heard? So, what does being brave feel like in your body? Like a superhero cape, or like what does it feel like?
Like brave, it kind of feels like it feels like if like I'm like, do you want me to explain it? Or
Yeah, like what does it feel like?
Oh, it kind of feels like you're just like you want to like if a bunch of different like if your friends if they're not like brave enough to go in like a dark room, you could be brave and go into the dark room.
Oh, and be like the first one to do it and like the leader? Yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. Okay, I got you. If Grumpy was a cartoon character, who would it be?
Squidward.
Now, SpongeBob. I tried. I don't think that was good.
Yeah, no.
Okay. When you get excited, where do you feel it the most in your body when you're excited?
My heart.
In your heart? Because
Yeah.
it starts to beat fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what's the silliest face you can make to show the feeling silly?
You do you want to
Yeah, I
make it
want
right
the
now?
silliest face that you can think of when you think of silly. That was good. That was good. I like that. Okay, so that's the end of game one. You want to go into game two?
Yes.
Okay, so this game is called the Back in My Day game.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you about how things used to go back when I was your age, and then I want you to compare it to how you were able to do it in today's time. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 7, I had to wait until like 8 a.m. on Saturdays to watch some of my favorite cartoons. And if I missed it, I couldn't watch it anymore. Like that, I had to wait till next week because that's it. Like they would do Saturday morning cartoons, and we would have to get up early, grab a bowl of cereal, and we would have to sit down. And if we missed it or we slept in, like you know how sometimes you'll sleep till like 10 or 11, like if we missed it, That's it. It goes into like, I don't even know, like Maury or something, or like Jerry Springer or something. So, okay. So that then we'd have to wait till next Saturday. So a whole nother 7 days sometimes to see these cartoons again.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to watch your favorite show
Yeah.
right now, what do you do?
I could just turn on the TV and just watch it.
How?
I get the remote and turn it on, and I.
It's just there?
Yeah. It's just
whenever
there.
you want.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, could you imagine, like, being a kid and only having, like, one day out of the week to, like, let's say, what's your favorite cartoon right now?
I mean, it's, like, I don't watch SpongeBob anymore, but, like, that's, like, the only cartoon that I, like, watch. I mean, it's because I don't like any cartoon. But, like, that's the only cartoon that I ever watched.
Okay, so, like, imagine you could only watch SpongeBob one day every week. There's only one time that you could watch it.
Like, there's, like, 150 episodes of, like, SpongeBob.
Bro, there's only 52 weeks in a year, so imagine if there's 150-something episodes of SpongeBob, it took me, let's just say, 3 years to watch all of it.
It only took me, like, 1 year to watch it.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Because there's nights where you've watched 4 or 5 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is this is about playing video games.
Okay.
So, like, when I was a kid, one of my favorite games was Super Mario 64, which I think you've played.
Yes,
Remember
I have.
the old one? The old
Yes.
one? Okay, with all the doors and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I used to play that, though, it was on a Nintendo 64. Like, the controller had a cord on it. The cord was plugged in to the box.
Yeah.
And you could only go so far from the video game. Like, you couldn't sit across the living room. Like, some of us had to sit like crisscross applesauce on the ground in front of the TV because the cord was just not that long. So, and then we had these cartridges that were like the size of this iPhone, probably. And then sometimes they didn't work, so you would have to go.
Yeah,
and then
I
you'd
know,
have to put it in
Yeah.
and hope that it worked. So
Yeah.
then when it worked, that was how we played the video game. So then now that you know, like, that's how I played games, like, think, what's your favorite game to play right now, and what do you play on?
I mean, I play on a PS5 sometimes. I play on a Nintendo Switch sometimes, but like mostly on my Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my favorite game is like there's a bunch of games that I like, but like.
Go ahead, name some of your favorite games, man.
Wait, can I like say any game on anything?
Yeah.
Like even on like an iPad or something?
Yeah, that's a way you play video
Alright.
games.
I like Pokemon TCG Pocket and Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Legends. That's all I like. I mean Roblox sometimes.
And it's not like you have any of the things that you named. None of them have the controllers. Don't have any cords.
Yeah.
Like, you could play wherever you want.
Yeah, even on a Nintendo Switch, you don't.
The controllers come off.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
mean, the PS5 you can play from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have the portable, the PlayStation Go.
Yeah,
So, like, you can connect to the PS5.
And
then,
you could just go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, when I was a kid, you couldn't do that. Games weren't portable. The only game that was portable when you were a kid was a Game Boy. That was the only thing that you could, like, take with you,
Yeah.
like, in the car and stuff. But it didn't have, like, internet. You couldn't play, like, online games. And have you seen the games for a Game Boy? Do you seen the graphics for a game?
Yeah, I definitely seen an old, like, I saw, like, a DS graphics, but, like, yeah.
Yeah, so imagine, bro. Like,
Wait, I
now
have
you can bring, like, the
I've,
new Mario with you everywhere, or Fortnite.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, but, like, it's a other game. It's, like, a game thing. Like, all right. But, like, how was, like, did a PS1 still have good graphics, or was, like, a bad, like...
It kind of looked like Nintendo 64 graphics, maybe a little bit better.
Like, a little...
So, like, the characters were still kind of, like, blocky. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Ooh,
they still had, like, blocky edges.
like
it wasn't, like...
pixel
Yeah, like, a little pixelated.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. So, it wasn't, like... it wasn't like super pixelated where like you could see the individual squares
Yeah.
like on like how Super Nintendo was.
Yeah.
But like the characters had like arms, legs, but like they were
Was it,
kind of
like-
just like sharp edges. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Like, but, like, was it?
But it wasn't bad, bro, for the time. It was way better than what we had before. Like the same way that like
Was it like 3D or 2D?
no, it was still 3D. There was
was, like,
3D games. Yeah,
3D?
3D games, but it
Okay.
was like it wasn't like super smooth like how the games are today. Like the
Yeah.
games are today, they look like movies almost.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't like that. It was you could tell it was a video game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like when you looked at it you're like, "Okay, that's a video game."
Yeah.
Versus now sometimes you see video games and you're like, "Whoa, that looks so real."
Yeah, I know. Like, it looks really real.
Yeah. All right, I got one more. Let me see what else I got. All right, I got 3 more, okay? And then we'll go into we'll
We
give
had
them
like 3 more games.
3 more subjects, not games. Like 3
Okay.
more subjects of
like questions.
the back in my day game we're still
Okay.
playing. So listening to music was different obviously when I was a
I
kid.
know.
So if I wanted to listen to music or like one of my favorite songs, if I wanted to listen to music, I had to listen to a CD. Do you know what a CD is?
I know what a CD is.
The plastic disc that looks
and
like a
you,
frisbee.
and you had to like put it into the little thing, and you like doom, and then it starts playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's you would put it in a CD
Yeah.
player. You would go.
Yeah.
What was the sound? Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you would-
little
you would
like
doom
stick
it?
thing.
Yeah,
The stick thing, and then it plays the.
So you would put it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like so in the car sometimes there's like a little gap like that in the
and
car.
then you put the little
And you
like
could put-
like rectangle thing.
Okay, you're talking
Yeah.
about a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a smaller gap. That's
Yeah.
like this one, but there's like a thin gap like that. That would be for the CDs.
Oh.
So you'd put the CD in there, and the CD would slide in like meow. It would slide in,
Yeah.
and then there would only be. Hold on, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, there would only be, bro, like 10 to maybe 20 songs on that CD, and that's all you could listen to.
But you had how much is like a CD?
Okay, so if you would buy a CD back when I was a kid, I think it was like $5.99, or maybe like certain albums were like $10 or $11.
Okay, so if you bought
You would go to
like,
the FYE store in the mall, and you would have to go cop an actual like a rectangle, bro. It was a plastic case, like how video games come.
Yeah.
So video games still come like this, but music also used to come like this.
Yeah.
Where you would open the cassette, or not open the cassette, open the case, and it would be a disc in there. And
Yeah.
the disc would have about 10 to 20 songs.
Mhm.
That's it, though.
So if you buy like 2, well, it depends what type of the disc you have, right?
Well, no, that's it. The disc could only hold 10 to 20 songs.
Well, could you like replay the disc?
You could just play just those songs, though. That's
Yeah,
it. Like, you would
okay.
only get 10 to 20 songs.
Okay.
So here, now, if you wanted to listen to your favorite song today, what do?
I mean, I could just go on YouTube or Spotify or something.
And have endless music, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't just have 10 or 20 songs on
Yeah,
that, right?
I have like 100 million songs on that. It's like multiple songs.
And you could just walk around with that all day now.
Yeah, because you could also have AirPods and yeah.
And you just
Yeah.
wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah, my headphones had to be, first of all, they went over the top of your head like gaming headset.
Yeah.
We would almost all walk around with gaming headsets
Yeah.
when we were kids.
Gaming headsets.
Like, imagine that's kind of how we listened to music all the time. We just had this plastic thing that would go over our head, cover our ears. We would plug it into the CD player. And if you didn't have a CD player that had the shock, like the anti-skip. So, like,
I don't know what that is.
okay, so bro, it gets worse. So the CD player, if you didn't have it flat all the time,
Yeah.
while it was spinning your CD,
Mhm.
if you like tapped it, the song would skip. Every time. Like, imagine a record player. You know the record player?
Yeah.
Like a DJ? And imagine the needle on it. And if you like bang the table, it would go, you know what I mean? Like, it would kind of like mess
Yeah.
up. Okay, the same thing kind of would happen with CD players.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't have, which eventually later when I think it was like by the time I was a little bit older, but there was a CD player that had the anti-skip. Like, you could smack it and like move it around. You could put it sideways. It didn't matter. It would still play the CD. But that wasn't until later. But like now, you don't even know. Like, songs don't really skip for you unless like
You
the
actually,
internet goes out or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you could also skip a song if you don't like it.
Yeah, you could skip it. Yeah, you could also do that with CDs. You could skip to the next song.
Yeah.
That was like a thing. You could do that. You couldn't do that with cassettes though. You had to
Yeah.
just forward. You had to just hold forward, and then hope you didn't skip the beginning of the song.
Oh.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I got 2 more. All right, so when I used to have to talk to people when I was a kid, like if I wanted to talk to somebody when I was your age or younger, I would have to. We all had what was called a house phone.
Yeah, I know what that is. It's like you couldn't bring it around, but you had to like pick it up, and then there was like this box thing that you like typed the thing, and then you had to call it.
Okay,
Yeah, I know what that is.
so we used to have a house phone, and this
Yeah.
house phone either sat on a table somewhere, and it had like
Yeah.
you'd have to actually pick it up.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's where when they say pick up the phone,
Yeah.
and that means to like answer a phone call. Now.
Yeah.
But that when I was a kid, picking up the phone is how you answered the call.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
that wasn't like it wasn't like pushing a button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we would pick up the phone. So if it sat on a table, we would pick it up like this. Or if it was sometimes it was on the wall. So sometimes some people had it connected to the wall. And that would just be the phone that everybody used. We all had that one phone number. All of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I was a kid and I wanted to make plans with somebody or make plans with like a friend, I had to use the phone, and it was connected with like a little curly cord.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the curly cord. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It was never a straight cord.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you couldn't walk super far with it unless
Yeah.
you had a really long cord. Like there were
Yeah.
houses that had like the super long cord. And then that's what I would have to do. I'd have to like call them, like you said, like push the buttons on it, and I
Yeah.
have to know their phone number or have it written down somewhere.
You would have to go beep beep boop boop.
Yeah, beep boop bop beep. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so now when you want to talk to somebody, like when you want to talk to like grandma or mommy or your cousins or anybody
Yeah.
or your sister, like what do you do?
I would just. I mean, you could use a phone or iPad. You could use pretty much anything to call anybody, but not like anything that has a screen on it except like a TV. Because you could connect your phone to the TV
Yeah.
and you could call people on it, but I don't know why people do that.
Yeah.
But you
and
could
how
just
would you
do-
call them on your iPad?
You would just. I don't know what the app's called. You could call them on like the texting app or like the FaceTime one.
Okay, so like you can see
Yeah.
each other's faces. Yeah, we couldn't do that when I was a kid. Not until later when the internet showed up, and then they finally had like the webcams. Like you know how people stream now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so similar. That came
the
out.
internet was like this, and now it's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started down here, and now it's.
Yeah, it's up here.
Do you know what dial-up is?
No.
Okay, so when I was a kid, when the internet first came out.
Wait, dial-up is internet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it is a type of internet,
Yeah.
but it used to work through the phones. So like if you were on the internet, let's say you were playing Roblox, right?
Yeah.
But if I pick up the phone to make a phone call, the internet stops working. So anytime I make a phone call, your game stops working. Or whatever you're doing stops working.
What if there's like multiple TV, like a TV?
The
like-
TVs didn't even work on the internet. That's not even a thing. That's
Wait, like,
that's
what about, like,
new.
What about the square TVs?
Those okay, so there was something also for just TV.
With the,
That
like,
was
the
called cable.
antennas?
That was called or antennas. That was
Antennas,
satellite TV.
yeah.
So people that have like the satellite dishes on top of
Yeah.
their houses, okay, that came out a little bit later as well, but it was just cable. There was like a black cable that you would plug into the back of your TV, and you'd have like 80 channels maybe. I don't know.
80, that's it.
Yes. If that. Some of the channels didn't even have anything on them. Like some of them would just be like a weather channel or like that was like channel 4. And then a bunch of the channels you didn't get unless you paid for the upgrade. So it was like, yeah, bro, maybe like 30 or 40 channels we
So
used.
wait, well, when you put like, do you know like the thing that you like put it? It's like a square rectangle, and you put it into like a TV. And sometimes it doesn't work, and then like there's like these black strips that come out of the thing, like out of the TV.
You're talking about a VHS.
Yeah,
A
that.
VHS tape.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're talking about the black tape that
Yeah.
comes out of it if it like jams or messes
Yeah.
up. Okay. Yes. So a VHS tape. That's how we used to watch movies before DVDs.
Movies.
Before
Yeah.
DVDs.
That's
so
like the circle.
The black
Yeah.
square. The DVD.
Mhm.
The DVDs was the CDs.
Yeah.
The movie CDs,
Mhm.
and then the VHS was like you know how there was a cassette tape for music.
Yeah.
That's the small rectangle. The bigger rectangle is for movies.
Yeah. There's like a case around it, almost like
a plastic case. Yeah.
So you know what you're like what
You know
you're
what movie it
watching.
is. Yeah. And on the VHS there would be a little sticker like that big that had the name of the movie on it too.
I'm pretty sure. Like I thought that was like a Rugrats one of that.
Yeah, it's orange.
Yeah, it's orange.
Yeah, so
the
those
orange
Nickelodeon
one, yeah.
does have like orange VHS tapes.
Yeah, I'm
they're
pretty
like
sure.
I think they're the only ones that have orange VHS tapes.
I'm pretty sure I have the Rugrats one. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure I have that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that probably sells for a good, probably rare. That's probably pretty rare.
Oh, I didn't know.
Keep it.
But it's also in bad condition. But
That's all right.
it still plays though.
Oh, that's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got one more, and then we'll give them a word from our sponsors. Then, okay.
Okay.
All right. So taking pictures. So like when I was a kid, and my mom used to take pictures of us, she used to have to. So first, she would take the picture. You couldn't see it. It was impossible.
I know.
There was no
it
way.
Was like it was a gray thing, and then you better wait a little bit, and then it would just show.
No, even worse.
Even worse.
Worse. You're talking about pictures that you could print right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we couldn't do that.
What do you?
So when
do?
I was a kid, you would take pictures, couldn't see them. You just had to guess and hope that the picture was good.
Yeah.
And then there was a little thing inside of it called film. It was like this little plastic tube or like this little strip of like plastic strip or whatever it is.
Okay.
So you would take that to a store like CVS
Yeah.
or like Rite Aid or something like that.
Yeah.
You would give it to them. And then you would have to wait 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah. A whole week. And then you could go pick up the pictures.
Even if it was just one picture.
I don't know how long. It's usually the whole film roll is when it's done. That's when you would bring it to get all the pictures developed.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
it's called. They'd have to develop the pictures, which is what you're talking about when it's like gray at first.
Yeah.
And then you slowly start to see the picture after
Yeah.
time. So they would develop the pictures for you. So they would take it from that little plastic strip and then they would print it on the picture paper and then it would develop. And then you'd have to wait a week to go pick up this like sleeve of pictures. And then you would look at them and you would hope that they were good. Sometimes people's fingers would be in front of the picture. Sometimes it would just be messed up. Like it would just happen.
What if it was like blurry or something?
Oh, well.
That's just bad.
Oh, well,
luck.
you just paid for a blurry picture. Crazy, right? So now think about that and think about this. So after I take a picture of you on my phone, how long does it take until you can see the picture?
like 1 second.
Right away, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, what do we do?
Then just delete it and then take it again.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
wait a whole week. You don't got to pay for a new camera film. Nothing, right? It's just
Yeah.
instant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't start happening until we got what was called digital cameras.
But what about like the flip phones or something? Like
So phones didn't start being able to take pictures. I don't know when the first camera phone came out. Should I look it up?
yeah,
Let me
sure.
see. All right,
Yeah,
when
go.
did the first? Let's see. When did the first camera phone come out?
Because I know flip phones didn't have cameras. You could have just called on that. That was like the first like.
So the first
portable-
camera phone didn't come out until 2000.
just 2000.
So even in the 90s, again,
the 1999, it still didn't came out.
nope, 2000. That was the first camera phone that came out.
What does it even look like?
I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah, like taking pictures when I was a kid, bro, you had to hope you looked good in the picture. Like you could have a stain on your shirt, nobody would know. Like you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't know until you
take
like
a
got the picture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A week later,
Yeah.
or your hair would look crazy. You wouldn't know. You know what I mean? It's nuts. Do you
Did-
think you would
did-
survive back when I was a kid?
No. No. No.
That was fun. All right, so those are the only 2 games that I have. So before we continue the episode, though, we'll give them a word from our sponsors.
Okay.
All right. Introducing Ooh La Lade, the best lemonade, not only in the 610, not only in the Lehigh Valley, not only in Pennsylvania, not only in North America, I'm pretty sure the entire world, galaxy. I mean, this lemonade is delicious, made with love, fresh squeezed. What do you think, my boy? Do you think this is made for kids?
Yeah, it's made for everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah.
What about it makes it so good?
I mean, the mixture.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it delicious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It's not delicious. It's amazing.
You heard it here first, guys. It is not delicious. It is amazing. Ooh La Lade. Shout out to La Shells, the best sponsor of In the Fields podcast, the only drink sponsor of In the Fields podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you guys are the best. Make sure you guys go get yours today. Hit them up on Instagram at Ooh La Lade or at Oola_Lade. Get yours today. Not only for the grown-ups.
And for the kids.
Yeah, because it's amazing. All right, guys, back to our episode. And we are back with another special episode of In the Fields podcast, guys. Shout out to all the feelers that are in tune. We do have our special guest today, Lil Johnny in the building, my favorite son in the whole world, my only son. And yeah, man, I'm actually really happy that we're doing this episode together. I'm really excited because I just love sharing things with you. You know what I mean? And I love doing stuff with you. And I think you love doing stuff with me as well.
Yeah.
So I know you're excited to do this episode. How do you feel about it so far? Feeling good?
Yeah, it's good.
Good, man. What made you want to do a podcast episode with Daddy?
'Cause it's, I mean, to spend time with you.
Yeah? So we could spend like quality time and do stuff together? That's cool, man.
And I've never been on camera for this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it make you nervous?
It's because I'm shaking a little bit.
Yeah, I think, well, okay, so that's like you're like
Yeah.
anxious, like you're excited.
Yeah,
you
and
know
my
what I mean?
teeth are like,
Like jittering, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that happens, bro. Like, trust me, when me and Mama first started doing this, bro, like, I know, like, Daddy's done music, so for me, like, being on camera, like, I have a little bit of an easier time.
yeah.
But, like, Mama was nervous, too, when she was doing this at first, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then she just got better as we keep going.
Yeah.
And this won't be the last episode that we do. I think we can,
Do
keep
more
doing-
episodes
Yeah,
with me and you.
because you're only going to get older, right?
Yeah.
So, like, this time we're kind of exploring what it's like being a dad and you being a son at 7 years old, and like how we have a relationship and how us being, maybe us being kids were, was different. And then like, us exploring like, how it is on being a dad and how you are as a son and how we work together and things like that. So I have some more, just like simple questions to ask that maybe, you can give some insight as to how things are with us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So some of the questions I have, so like, what's the best, most fun day that you can remember? Like if you had to think of that whole day from like beginning to end, like what was the most fun day that you can remember?
I mean, probably the day where, like, my 7th birthday.
Your 7th birthday? What happened on that birthday?
Like, 2 of my friends came over.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
And you guys, like, all played and stuff upstairs?
Yeah.
What else did we do that day? Was that the most fun day that you can remember?
I mean, no, that was not the most fun, but that was pretty fun.
Okay, well, what's the most fun day?
I don't know what the most fun is, because I have a bunch of the most fun.
Okay, but that's the first one that comes to mind? Is
Yeah,
your
that's
7th
the first
birthday?
one that comes to mind, yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that. And then how about this one? What does it mean to you when you think of what does it mean to be a good friend? Like what do you think of when it means to be a good friend?
Like, do you want me to explain the bad friends and the good friends?
I want you to explain. Yeah, if that's how you want to do
Yeah,
it, you
I'll
can
do it,
explain
yeah.
the difference between a good friend and a bad friend. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So a good friend is like if let's say if I just, for example, let's say if I fall, my friend, if he like runs over and tries to like he's gonna be like, "Are you okay?" Like that would be a regular friend. A bad friend would just he would just not come. He would just not care. Yeah.
What else? What else do you think makes a good friend?
like just playing with me.
Okay. Like being there for you and
Yeah.
showing you they care.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. I like that answer. It's really good. Now, what's something that can make you feel a little bit sad?
Like, I mean, technically a little bit, or like
Anything that can make you feel sad. Like, what do you
all
think?
right, like I could do sad and mad at the same time, though.
Sure.
So, like, if somebody hits me, I'm sad and mad at the same time.
Okay, so
But, like,
upsets
I
you.
take over the sad with the mad, and I change it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like you get more angry than
Yeah.
you do sad.
Yeah.
Like if like at school, like somebody's like puts hands on you or something like that.
I get sad, but then I take over the sad with the mad.
Okay. So what do you do in those moments to like control your anger or like control the sadness? Like, or what do you do to like help yourself when you're angry?
Meditate.
You meditate?
I mean, sometimes I do. Not
Okay.
that much. Like,
So, but what do you really do in moments that like? So, what do you do?
like, I just,
Take a deep breath.
yeah,
Okay. And just like control your breathing.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, what are you proud of that you can do all by yourself? What's one thing you do all by yourself, no help, that you're proud of? And then I'll tell you what my favorite thing that you do now that I'm proud of that you can do all by yourself.
I mean, I could do my bike, but not fully by myself, though.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
But at least you're
almost.
proud of those
Yeah.
moments, right? You're proud of those moments?
I mean, I could play a game by myself. I mean, sometimes I do need help, but yeah, I could play a game by myself, pretty much, yeah. Like Roblox, I don't need help with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do that.
My favorite thing that you do by yourself now, like completely, is like when you like shower and get ready and all that stuff. Like I love that you can just go into the bathroom, shower, and like full shower, shampoo, conditioner.
Cause you teach me. You're the one that teach me that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't blow it up.
Yeah, come on.
All right. All right, here we go. What's something that grown-ups worry about too much? What do you think? What do you think?
Well, Mama worries about cleaning a lot. That's one. That's one. That's one.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right, and then you're just in rush a lot. You'd be like, oh, I have to go somewhere. No, we don't have no time.
Yeah. Yeah, Daddy, I'd be late sometimes. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'd be late sometimes. I can't help it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So Mama worries too much about cleaning, and
Yeah.
then you think I worry too much about being on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my God! You're gonna be going in. Oh, you didn't blow it up.
Come on. Whoa.
Yo, you're totally my twin. All right, so here we go. If you could make one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what would it be? One rule. Everybody in the world has to follow it.
Everybody in the world,
Everybody in the world has to follow it.
they have to give me all their money every single time that they get one, like even $1. That's one rule.
They have to give you all their money?
But not you though.
Oh, okay. All right,
Okay,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
not
cool.
my family. But yeah, all they got, yeah,
Everybody else?
yeah,
Okay, lit.
sure,
Lit.
yeah, sure.
Lit.
Yeah.
What would you do with all of it?
I would give like 100 billion to you
Thanks, man.
because I can get all the president's money. He has like billions.
Yeah.
So now I'm basically rich, and now I can do anything.
And what would anything be? What would you do?
And
What's the first thing you're buying? Go.
First edition Charizard. That's easy. First
Y'all heard it here
Charizard.
first. First edition Charizard. If anybody's got one, send it in, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I would give I would just spend the first edition Charizard, and then I would give everybody at least $1 million out of the money that I got. Everybody in my family.
Oh, in your family or in the whole world?
No, not in the whole world. They're not getting no money.
Okay.
Nope.
That's funny. All right. You want to get into question time?
Yeah, I want to do my question first.
Okay, so you go. We take turns. So you ask one, and then I ask one.
All right, I'm just gonna ask one.
So we're gonna go real quick, guys. So we are gonna get into question time. As you guys know, we go back and forth asking each other questions that kind of go with the whole topic of the episode. And yeah, man, I'll let you go first. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay,
you want to pull your
first.
questions up?
All right, I have to go this. I forgot that word.
It's okay if you need help. We can. You want Mama to help you?
All right.
Or do you want to show?
All right, I got it.
All right, go.
What was your favorite toy when you were my age?
All right, so what was my favorite toy when I was your age?
Yes.
It probably was between. I would say it was most likely between my bike and.
I don't want to say a bike is a toy.
See, but when I was a kid, that was something to play with. Like, that was something to do. So, like, when I was a kid, when I was your age, it was between my bike or, let's say, my Nintendo 64.
But that's not necessarily a toy. I would say, like, a action figure is a toy or, like, something.
Yeah, like...
Because, like, I would say, like, a Nintendo is basically, like... I would say that's, like, a video game. But, like, yeah, video game.
See, that's the thing. In today's time, y'all have so much. When
I
was a kid, that was all classified as one thing. Like, video games, toys, action figures, bicycle. Adults were like, go play with your toys. And all of that was kind of grouped together.
But, like, a bike is not a toy.
Yeah, but it was something to play with. That was
something to play with.
That's what, when I was a kid, that was something for us to do. So, yeah, it was definitely between those two things. For me, it was between the bike and my Nintendo 64.
All right. Now you're
I got my next question for you. You ready?
All right.
All right, so you can turn your screen off.
Okay,
and then just put it down to the side for
All
now.
right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's something you used to be scared of, but now you're not? And how did you get brave?
My bike, that was one. I'm really not that scared anymore.
Good. And how did you get brave?
It's because I think about it. I was like, why am I that scared? And then I was like, and then I just did it.
And then once you were like there, and then you used to realize like maybe when I let you go, did it become easier?
I was like, huh, why was I really that scared?
Yeah.
I just think that in mind. I was like, why was I really that scared? There was no reason I was scared. You were right behind me to make sure I didn't fall. And I know when I'm going to fall because I could feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I like that. I like that you overcame that.
Well, we'll blow it up, okay?
All right. So, yeah, man, that's good. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to get the bike down, too, so then this way we can ride together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can go to the park. We can do a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun.
And the best part is there's no gas. You don't have to pay for anything.
Just riding around for free, baby.
Faster than running.
It is faster than running. And it costs you $3.99.
Well, that's not true because you have to pay for the bike before you ride it.
Okay, it is a one-time investment. It is a one-time investment, yes.
I mean, you could also get an electric bike, too.
You could, but then it's electric, and now you have to charge it.
Yeah, and then you have to charge it by, like, a bunch of, like... Wait, do you have to, like, a cord?
I think you probably plug it in, or, like, maybe there's a battery that you put on
Yeah,
the
but you have to pay
stand.
for batteries.
Well, you have to pay for the electricity.
Yeah,
yeah.
If you have electricity bill.
Yeah, that's true.
That's if you're older. Now, when you're younger, you don't have to worry about nothing.
Lucky. Yo, all right. What's your next question, my boy?
All right.
Hit me with it.
What were you scared of when you were a kid?
Okay, what was I scared of when I was a kid? when I was a kid, there was a moment where I was scared of zombies because there was a movie. I forget.
You told me that before. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Theo banged on the window because you were like, yeah.
Yep,
You told me that.
Okay,
yeah.
so when I was a kid, there was a movie where these zombies were like trying to break out of a basement, and they were like, "Join us, right?" Okay,
Yeah, that
super
sounds
scary.
like the grandma from SpongeBob. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So then at the time we were in the basement watching this movie at grandma's old house, and there
In
was
the basement.
it was like a finished basement though. So it had like it
Yeah.
was like a living room. We were in a living room,
Yeah.
but it was downstairs. The windows were like right above the ground, like kind of how these windows are, like right above the
Yeah.
ground. And Theo went outside, and then he snuck outside, and then went up to the window and started banging on it and was like, "Join us, join." Bro, I screamed so loud, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. I was super scared of zombies for a little bit because of that.
Zombies are not real.
Yeah, I hope not.
I mean, I know, like, I mean,
Okay, but if zombies were real, what would you do?
get an AK-47 and shoot him in the head.
Yeah, headshots, right?
Yeah, headshots.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
That's the only way to finish them.
Yeah, because if you shoot them in, like, here, like, gut, like, their belly, they won't die. You got to shoot them in the head.
Zombies, you gotta finish. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, survival skills. If zombie apocalypse happens, headshots only.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. You ready for my next question?
Yeah.
All right. So, if you were the dad for a day, what would our day look like, and what rules would you make?
Wait for, like, one day, so, like, 24 hours.
If you were dad for the day, what would we do, and what rules would you make?
Give me your wallet.
I'm the kid. You're gonna ask me for my empty wallet?
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm going to take all your money out of your
You're
wallet.
dad. You already had.
Yeah.
We switch places.
Yeah, for one day.
What would you do?
I'm going to take all your money.
Mm-hmm.
So, your money that used to be your money. And
I'm not that rich, by the way, guys. So
I
go
know.
ahead.
I'm going to take all your money. I'm going to take your credit card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take your car and run it into a house.
You're gonna drive my car into a house.
But it has to be on the last hour. So then you.
So then we switch back, and then
I'm
I
gonna
have
give
to
you-
deal with all this.
And then I'm gonna give you all your money back, and then you had to pay for it.
That is crazy. Well, what rules would you make then, since you're
The
dad?
rules, I would say, no TV for 24 hours.
So I can't watch TV. You're gonna go spend all the money and take the
You know
car.
what? Actually, I'll let you watch TV for 24 hours, but you have to stay in your room.
So I'm grounded, basically.
Yes. No, you're not grounded because you could watch whatever you want, but just.
But I had to stay in my room.
Yeah, you have to stay in.
While you just go.
Unless if you have to like.
So you're gonna
cook.
leave me home alone, is what you're saying. You're gonna leave me
no,
home
no, no,
alone
no.
while you go crash the car.
No, I'm gonna crash a car into like the neighborhood or something.
Why?
Because then you have to pay for it.
Why are you gonna make me pay for it? Why wouldn't you just take me somewhere nice?
You know what? Reverse all back. Then we're gonna then I'm just gonna take you somewhere, but I'm gonna spend your money because I'm
okay.
broke. So I'm gonna spend your
So
money.
when we switch bodies, then I'm broke, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
then you broke
Okay.
because that credit card is gonna decline after a while.
Okay. What is your last question?
All right. I'm gonna. Wait, you want me to do my iPad?
Yeah, what's your last
Okay,
question?
okay,
yeah,
okay,
your
my
last
last
question.
question.
Yep. And then I have one more for you, and then we'll
Okay,
take him
okay,
home.
okay.
We'll leave him with a question then,
All
okay?
right. What's the hardest part about being a grown up?
The hardest part about being a grown-up?
Yes.
Oh, the hardest part about being a grown-up. I guess it's just making sure everybody else is okay before, making sure that you're good, That's like super hard. You like take care of a lot of people when you become a grown-up. A lot. At least when you become a grown-up like me. Like for me, like I have to make sure that like you're good. I got to make sure everybody else is good.
But
You know what I mean?
I feel like being a kid's way more better than being a grown up because then you don't have to pay for anything. You could just do whatever you want. You just got to ask
Yeah.
your parents Or if they say no, then just wait the other year like you did before, because you never took me to, what was it called again? Dave and Buster's. I asked you and you never took me there.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 4, you never took me there.
You were just too little to enjoy it. That's why. You're bigger now. Like it's
you
hard.
never took me.
Like, bro, it's hard to. Yeah, I've taken you with Maya.
All right, but like you never took me. You like it
we took
like,
you with Maya, and then I took you not that long ago to Dave and Buster's. But now you can enjoy it because you're bigger. Like playing the tic-tac-toe basketball game and things like that.
Yeah, because I didn't have strong arms like that.
So again, I didn't want to take you when you were little. It's better to take you now that you're bigger. Like I want to take you to Dorney Park now because
I'm bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can ride the rides. But yeah, the hardest part about being an adult is just, just taking care of everybody else, man. Like you want to make sure that everybody else is good, and sometimes you forget to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
because of that.
I mean, yeah, but like it's just you don't have to you have to do something when you're a kid. Like you have to clean your room, do chores. But
Dude, what do you think we do with the rest of the house? We clean the rest of the house.
You clean like pretty much the whole entire house except, well, you don't clean the house. Mama cleans the house.
I just help.
Yeah, you help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's definitely the hardest part of being an adult is having to take care of more than just yourself. Like you wash yourself and
Yeah.
But meanwhile, mama does the laundry, we pick up after your messes, things like that. Like we take care of a lot of other things.
I mean, I'm starting to pick it up.
Yeah.
I clean my room really good. It's like there's no dust. I mean, there's dust mites, but not dust.
Yeah, I mean, those are
Yeah.
everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I got my last question for you.
Okay.
And then we'll take them home. We'll send them home with a question, and then that's the end of the episode.
And then, yeah.
All right, ready? So, is it okay for grown-ups to cry? And have you ever seen me sad?
Yes, I have. You, like, for a reason, yes, I have seen you sad.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here, though.
Yeah, and you think it's okay for grown-ups to cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's supposed to cry.
That's good, man. And I'm happy that you're here. I love when you're here.
All right, we gotta blow it up.
Blow it up. I love you, man.
Love you.
I love you so much. All right, well, let's send them home, man. You guys know how we finish every episode.
Wait, hold up. Wait.
What's up?
Hold on, I'm just gonna put this down. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Okay. Okay, so we'll leave you guys with a question. In this episode, we talked about what it's like being 7 and looking at the world through your eyes and, how it is being your dad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so for our question of the week, we want to know, what's one rule of friendship that you guys learned as a kid that you still live by today? Drop it in the comments below because you never know when the why in your story is silent. Until next episode, guys, keep feeling, keep feeling, keep sharing, and keep it real within the fields.